From a young Jeep Grand Cherokee driver who gets a valuable lesson from Arkansas State Police to a purple Dodge Charger that sparks unexpected chaos on the road. These are thrilling moments caught on dash cams. "110 miles per hour in a 70 is already bad enough, but weaving across every lane like it's a video game? That's straight up asking for a disaster. The way the Jeep kept darting left and right, you can tell the driver was panicking once he saw the trooper. Lucky for him, the only thing he lost was his freedom and not his life. Troopers don't chase for fun. They chase because that kind of reckless driving could kill somebody.
Maybe 1037. Just took the 73. I believe I'll be 1037. Okay, he's getting back on the interstate. He's getting back on the interstate, southbound. He's stopping here just south of the interstate. It'll be a Razorback tag. Boy, Robert, Tom, King, Tom. Driver, stick your hands out the window. Stick your hands out the window. Open the door. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out of the car! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Alonzo thought his Jeep Grand Cherokee could outpower the blue lights. But all he really did was prove how reckless and inexperienced he is. Blowing across lanes, cutting in front of cars, ramping through an intersection. It's a miracle nobody got hit. The way it stalled out almost feels like karma catching up instantly. The trooper didn't even need a pit. The driver beat himself.
Through the light up there. Put on your phone. Go ahead and stand up. Can you help me though? Yeah, roll up. Can you help me? Never. Get up. Yeah, I couldn't blow through anybody. Man, you went past Wagon Wheel at 110, in and out of traffic, driving crazy. I don't know where Wagon Wheel is. I just got on the highway. Yeah, when you flew through the damn intersection up there. I'm telling you, I just got on the highway. Just pulled me over. Just pulled me over. Is that what you were looking for? Looking for your driver's license. Right there. If you gotta slide it sideways. Sideways. Oh. I'm 1015. Yeah, that's why I pulled over. I saw you behind me, so I pulled over. Yeah, after you went past Wagon Wheel, you were in and out of traffic. You must have saw me coming, hit the ramp, in and out of traffic, went over the intersection.
Every time I watch one of these, I think about the innocent people on the road who had nothing to do with it. Imagine driving with your kids, and suddenly a Jeep comes flying across all lanes at 110 miles per hour. That's why felony fleeing charges exist. The trooper stayed patient, closed in, and ended it without anyone getting hurt. That's professionalism under pressure. 167 miles per hour in a 65 zone? That's not just reckless, that's insane. At that speed, you're basically turning the highway into a death trap for everyone else. It blows my mind how this guy thought he'd actually get away from state troopers in a bright purple Dodge Charger of all cars. The fact he even had the nerve to keep weaving through traffic and blasting down the shoulder shows he had zero care for anyone's safety.
I think it's, for him it's a 30 now. Still northbound, it's a 30.
10-4.
10-4.
Yeah, go ahead and buy it. It's going 141, 28. Traffic light.
10-4 light traffic, 141, 141.
Purple Charger guy must have thought he was in Fast and Furious 12. Arkansas Drift. The reality check hit hard when he wrecked and got cuffed. Running from not one, but multiple troopers across counties, hitting 158 miles per hour and smashing into a brand new Toyota Highlander. Yeah, that bond hearing isn't going to be pretty. People always say, just pull over, but stories like this prove why running is never worth it. ASB deserves massive credit here. Imagine chasing a car, doing nearly triple the speed limit, weaving across lanes, faking exits, and still managing to track him down. That's focus, coordination, and professionalism. They didn't lose their cool, they didn't overreact. They followed him until his luck ran out. Stevenson's driving wasn't just stupid, it was flat out dangerous enough to ruin multiple lives.
Stay on the interstate, stay on the interstate. Bitten and Brondo, you need to be with Bitten and Brondo. He stayed 30 west, 30 west. He's in the house in Bass Pro right now. Yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah.
Back to Bass Pro, right, number 1 lane.
2-4, number 1 lane.
He's in the right lane coming up to the county line now. I just watched him overpass the Bonnie Rig.
I'm on the service road now, coming up behind him, coming up Quacky Tech. 40 48 on Service Road, County Line.
Imagine a person running at a speed that even the police stopped seeing him for a while. This guy was super fast. This was dangerous. Just wait and see how it ended.
He's got a gap on it. He's cutting in and out. Other people are primary. I'm not sure if it's primary or secondary, but I'm third. I'm westbound to Service Road, speed over 100.
He's back on the interstate.
Back on the interstate?
Whoever's primary, keep them updated. Left lane coming to the 124 westbound.
10-4.
88's primary.
10-4, 88.
If there's anybody west of us that can get some spikes, that may be the only way. He's bothering weaving in and out of traffic, passing the 123.
That's 123.
Boy. Lieutenant David Boyd. Item 88, they're off.
88, 10-9.
To 25.
25.
What gets me is the list of charges. It reads like an entire rap sheet for a repeat criminal, not one chase. Speeding, fleeing, fake tags, reckless driving, battery, criminal mischief, all in a single event. It's almost impressive how many laws you can break in less than an hour. But the fact he injured others, including smashing into someone's brand new Highlander, makes this unforgivable.
Still 30 westbound on 30.
Out for about 3K, so we're coming towards
10-4.
Still 30 westbound, passing the 118.
10-4, passing 118.
He got up on 118 service road. 118 service road.
10-4, copy, taking the 118 service road.
I'm still 30 west going interstate. He got up on the service road. Still 30 westbound on the service road. Speed of 150.
25, you're still on the interstate.
10-4. I'm getting on the service road now. Still on the service road, 30 westbound.
We are passing into PDASP with Benton.
10-4.
Vehicle return.
Take forward to 20.
This guy had no exit strategy. You can hear it in the way the chase unfolded. Fake exits, swerving shoulders, try to outpace the radio. That purple Charger was flashy, but flashy doesn't beat strategy. ASP troopers worked together, boxed him in across multiple counties, and made sure he had nowhere left to run. Classic case of play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Did you call one for your car yet?
Honestly, the bright purple Dodge Charger was his downfall from the start. You can't be subtle in a car that looks like a grape skittle flying at 167 miles per hour. He probably thought speed would save him, but speed only makes the crash worse. Troopers don't give up on suspects like that, especially when lives are at stake. He wanted sparks, and he sure got them, just not the kind he expected.